What's going on, you guys? Another video for you today. It's been quite a while since I've done a video. Today's going to be the Mesa versus the Peavey. The Mesa is a single rectifier solo 50 watt head against the Peavey 6505 plus 120 watt head. The Mesa has 2 power amp tubes and 5 preamp tubes. Right now I currently have 6L6 power amp tubes. They can be converted over to EL34s, by the way. The Peavey right now currently has obviously 6L6 because that's all it takes. Has 4 power amp tubes and 6 preamp tubes. So today we're going to go over the lead channel first and then the clean channel afterwards. We're going to skip the crunch channel. Real quick, the Mesa is a 2-channel amp but with 5 different modes: clean and pushed on the clean channel, well, on channel 1 so to say, and on channel 2 it has a raw, vintage, and modern mode. As for the Peavey, it's a 2-channel amp as well with 2 separate EQs just like the Mesa, but except on the rhythm channel on the Peavey it has a crunch mode, and so that could be used as obviously as a clean channel, rhythm, and then you could click on the crunch mode. So let's get started with the lead channel first. Alright, so let's get started. Real quick run through. I got a Gibson Les Paul Studio with EMG active pickups, 81 in the bridge and 85 in the neck. So we're going to start off with the Mesa first on the lead channel, which is channel 2. Settings are pretty much the same for the exception of the presence knob. I'll tell you right off the bat, the Mesa is a dark sounding amp. As for the Peavey, there's more, I guess I could say a little bit more mids to it. It's a little brighter sounding. So to compensate, I kicked up the presence on the Mesa Boogie. They both sound pretty good in my opinion. And I try to get the settings kind of together, tweak them just a little to try to get the best sounding out of both amps so that they sound kind of similar to each other, but both sounding their best as for my ears. So here we go. The Mesa's up first. That's the Mesa. And by the way, I didn't tell you guys from the get-go is that I'm running a Marshall 1960 lead cab 4x12. I'm running it in stereo mode, so I'm splitting it half. I got the Mesa and the Peavey running both through this cabinet right now. So let's kick on over to the Peavey now. It's going to be the Peavey on the lead channel. Here we go. So that was the lead channel. And by the way, I was using the neck pickup on, which is EMG 81. So now let's kick on over to the clean channel. For the Mesa, it's going to be channel 1 is the clean channel. And for the Mesa, I'm going to be using my neck pickup because once again, it's a little bit dark sounding, and I'll show you the difference. So that's the clean channel on the Mesa. Let's kick on over to the Peavey now. Same setup using the neck pickup. So that was the clean channel on the Peavey. As you can hear the difference between them, the Mesa is a little bit dark sounding, which is nice. There's a little bit more bass response to it. Overall, on the clean channel as well as the lead channel, I noticed that the Mesa lacks a little bit, high end, which would be like mids. And I've heard, on forums and whatnot that Mesas are kind of hard to cut through the mix if you're, playing in a band. As for the Peavey, it has no problem cutting through the mix. The presence is real responsive. It's a more high-end amp as far as sound. The bass response is still there though, using the resonance knob. The resonance knob really makes a difference. But overall, its own characteristic, it's a bright sounding amp. They're both good amps, but I just wanted to give you guys a run through of what they sound like and just, let you guys hear it. So thanks for watching. Once again, Mesa versus Peavey using a Marshall 1960 lead cab and my Gibson Les Paul Studio with EMG pickups. Leave a comment. I'd like to hear your comments, and